So hi friends and welcome to Unacademy Articulate. Today we will be discussing about Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI. This was a topic that was much demanded from the students. So we will be discussing about it in detail today. Let's first see what is a current affair that has appeared regarding SEBI in the news, and then we will see the concept, that is the facts related to SEBI. So welcome everyone, welcome to Unacademy, welcome to Unacademy Articulate and the Current Economy of the Day series. Just taking up the comments, Ankit, good evening Ankit. Yes, it's a very important topic. Anshu, good evening ma'am. I missed 2 lectures because I did not get any notifications on Telegram. I'm sorry Anshu, actually I think this happened because I forgot to share the link on Telegram. So every day we will be having classes at 8 regarding the economy series, and also at 9 for the polity series. So every day there will be classes, okay? Even if I'm not available, I'll give the pre-recorded session. So definitely there will be classes every day. Okay, I'm sorry from my part if I did not update that in my Telegram channel. I'm sorry for that. Okay. So yeah, let's start. So current economy of the day, SEBI, that is Securities and Exchange Board of India. Now, before we start, quickly about Unacademy and the courses that we provide here. So as you all know, there are only 6 more months left for your prelims examination. Prelims is scheduled on 27th of June 2021. Keeping this in mind, Unacademy has already launched 2 courses. One is the Ultimate Batch and the one is the Mission 2021 batch. Both of these are 6 months crash courses. So these are 6 months crash course, and it is aimed at 2021 CSE exam, Civil Services examination. And the features of these programs include prelims coverage, the syllabus coverage for the prelims exam. The top educators will be handling the session. There shall be prelims test series along with the analysis. PDF study material would be given to you, dedicated doubt clearing sessions and interview preparation. So these are the features available for your Ultimate Batch and the Mission 2021 batch. The Ultimate Batch, that is the 6 months crash course, the Ultimate Batch is also available for long term, that is for 1 year and 2 years. This is for 2022 and 2023 batch. Those who are appearing in 2022 and 23. Long term batches are also available. Now this is regarding our Lakshya program. So we have launched this Lakshya program, and Lakshya program is exclusively in Hindi. So it's a Hindi medium GS classes. Lakshya program is also available for 6 months, 1 year and 2 years. So this is regarding the Lakshya program. Now we also have the expedition batches. The expedition batches are completely in English. These are English batches. So this is also available for 6 months, 1 year and 2 years. This is regarding our iconic price hike which we are planning to announce soon. So iconic prices will be increased soon, so you can get the subscription at the earliest. Now regarding iconic subscription, apart from the features available on Plus platform, apart from the features that are given to you on Plus platform, iconic subscribers will be getting a personal mentor who will be your coach throughout the preparation. You will also get access to mains test series along with the evaluation, customized study planner, study booster sessions, high intensity workshops, daily answer writing practice, and daily content will also be given to you. So if you are already a Plus subscriber, you can upgrade to iconic subscription. Okay. And if you are taking any Plus subscription or any iconic subscription, you can use my code. This is my referral code, Joicy10, Joicy10. You can use my code and you will get a flat 10% discount. And this 10% discount will be over and above what the Unacademy is providing. So you will get a extra 10% discount if you use my referral code. Okay. And this is regarding the biggest discount of 2020. So biggest discount of 2020, it comes as a combo offer. UPSC CSE GS plus subscription plus the optionals. It comes at 70,153 instead of the earlier 77,000. UPSC CSE GS iconic subscription plus the Optionals, it comes at 88,705. Earlier it was 97,000. Also, you can apply my code, that is Joicy10. You can apply my referral code Joicy10. You will get an extra 10% off on the subscriptions that you make. So let's start with SEBI. Let's first understand what is in the current affair, what is in the news regarding SEBI. So why it is in the news? The Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, has appointed Tiruvai Subbiah Krishnamurthy as an observer in the e-voting of unit holders of 6 schemes of Franklin Templeton Mutual Fund. So, this is regarding, the news is regarding an appointment made by SEBI. And this is just an appointment, not important for your UPSC examination, but just telling you what is the current affair. Now, Krishnamurthy is a former Chief Election Commissioner of India and will be overseeing the e-voting process scheduled between 26th and 29th of December. So, the Krishnamurthy, the Tiruvai Subbiah Krishnamurthy, who was appointed by SEBI as the observer in the e-voting process. So, he was the former CEC, Chief Election Commissioner of India. And the 6 schemes, the voting goes for the 6 schemes. These 6 schemes are Franklin India Low Duration Fund, Franklin India Ultra Short Bond Fund, Franklin India Short Term Income Plan, Franklin India Credit Risk Fund, Franklin India Dynamic Accrual Fund, Franklin India Income Opportunities Fund. These are all not at all important for UPSC. So not at all important, just mentioning because we need to draw the connection with the current affair. That is the reason I have just mentioned about them. So these are the 6 schemes, not at all important for your examination. And just understand that why SEBI has appeared in the news, because of the appointment made by SEBI. So the observer appointment made by the SEBI. Now let's come to SEBI in detail. Okay, SEBI is a very important topic for your examination. SEBI is Securities and Exchange Board of India. It's an autonomous organization. And it comes under the Union Ministry of Finance, and it is also accountable to Parliament. This is important. Autonomous organization working under Ministry of Finance. So it's an autonomous organization working under the Ministry of Finance, and it is accountable to Parliament. What is meant by Parliament accountability, or what is meant by accountability to Parliament? It means that it has to lay down the reports to the Parliament regarding the functioning of the organization. So the SEBI has to lay down the reports to the Parliament. SEBI was established on the 12th of April 1992 under the SEBI Act of 1992. So, it came under the statute, that is SEBI Act. SEBI Act or Securities and Exchange Board of India Act of 1992. It's a Parliament Act. It's an act of the Parliament. So, it's an act of the Parliament, and therefore, SEBI comes under this particular statute. Now, what is the purpose of SEBI? Why was SEBI brought in? The purpose of SEBI was to protect the interest of the investors in securities and promotes and regulates the securities market. So, first purpose was to protect the interest of the investors. Now, SEBI is the regulator of the secondary market. Okay. SEBI is the regulator of the secondary market. So, SEBI is the regulator of secondary market, and we know what is secondary market. Secondary market is where the shares are bought and sold for the second time, that is resale and the purchase of shares. So, it's not sold for the first time, it's sold for the second time. So, SEBI is the regulator of secondary market, and secondary market is responsible for purchase and sale of shares for the second time. So, the investors, who are these investors? Investors here refers to those who purchase the shares from secondary market. Those who purchase the shares from the secondary market. So these are the investors. So SEBI protects the interest of the investors in securities and also promotes and regulates the securities market. SEBI also promotes and regulates the securities market. Promotes the secondary market means it does whatever is necessary for the promotion of secondary market to facilitate the trade of shares in the secondary market. So promotion means facilitation of trade in the secondary market. And also regulates the securities market. So it's the regulator of the secondary market. Is also the regulator of the secondary market. Now the headquarters of SEBI, headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So headquarters of SEBI is located in Mumbai, Maharashtra. And coming to the objectives of SEBI. First one, to safeguard the rights of the stockholders. So the stockholders, the shareholders, stockholders means the shareholders. To protect and safeguard the rights of the shareholders or the stakeholders, and also to guarantee the security of their investment. So SEBI guarantees security to the investment that they make, because SEBI is the regulator of the stock market. It's the regulator of the stock market, and in that perspective, it ensures that the shares or the investments made by the investors are safe. So that is first objective. Second one is to control various activities of the stock exchange. Now what are the various activities of stock exchange? Activities of the stock exchange can be mainly three. First one is purchase of shares. Second one is sale of shares. And third one is brokerage. These are the major functions or major activities of a stock exchange. So to control these activities, the stock exchange activities are controlled by SEBI, because the SEBI is the regulator of the stock exchange. Third is to avoid fraudulence by harmonizing its statutory regulations and self-regulating business. To avoid fraudulent activities, that is, to protect the interest of all the stakeholders by avoiding any kind of fraudulent activities. Fourth is to administer and develop guidelines for intermediaries. So intermediaries, that is the brokers, the intermediaries. To administer and develop guidelines, that means how the intermediaries should work. How should the intermediaries work? So this is administered and guidelines are given in order to regulate the activities of the intermediaries. Next is to educate and train the investors. That is to provide literacy regarding the stock exchange. That is educate, make the investors aware. So create awareness among the investors. To educate and train the investors. That is the next objective. Now coming to the structural organization of SEBI. SEBI has a chairman, and the chairman is nominated by the union government. So central government nominates the chairman. Like in case of RBI governor, RBI governor is also nominated by the union government or the central government. Likewise, the chairman of SEBI is also nominated by the union government. And there are two members from the Ministry of Finance. So two members are officers from the Union Finance Ministry, and there is also one member from the RBI. So one member from RBI and two members from Ministry of Finance. And apart from that, 5 members who are nominated by the Union Government of India. And 5 members are nominated by Union Government of India, and among these 5 members, at least 3 out of these 5 members should be full-time members. They should be full-time members of SEBI board of SEBI. So from this, what we understand, the central government has a very significant role in the appointment or in the board. The chairman itself is nominated by the union government. 2 members representing the Union Finance Ministry, that is also representatives from Union, then from RBI, then 5 members are nominated by the Union government, out of which 3 will be full time. So almost all the members are from the central government. So central government has a very good say in the working of the board of SEBI. Now coming to the functions and powers of SEBI. First, it's empowered to frame rules, regulations, guidelines and direction in respect of both primary and secondary securities market. So, primary market and secondary market. Primary market is where the shares are bought and sold for the very first time. Primary market, the shares are bought and sold for the very first time. Secondary market means the already issued shares, or the shares are bought and sold for the second time here. Existing shares are being traded here. So, in case of both primary and secondary market, SEBI can frame rules, regulations, guidelines and direction. So, that is important. Not just secondary, primary also. The intermediaries and certain financial institutions operating in the securities market are also subject to SEBI's directions and norms. So, the intermediaries here refers to the brokers, and certain financial institutions operating in the securities market. So, any financial institution operating in securities market and the market intermediaries, they are subjected to the directions of SEBI. So, they have to obey, or they have to follow the directions and norms of SEBI. Third, SEBI regulates. The regulatory role of SEBI regulates the depositories, participants, custodians, debenture trustees, trust deeds, insider trading, FII merchant bankers. FII is foreign institutional investors and mutual funds. So, regulating all these stakeholders. So, SEBI is also responsible for regulating all these stakeholders in the securities market. Now, SEBI also controls portfolio managers, investment advisors, registrars to capital issues, share transfer agents, stock broker, sub-brokers, underwriters, bankers to the issues, venture capital funds, substantial acquisition of shares and takeovers. So, all these are controlled by SEBI. Now, it's not very important that you remember all these names, because it's a lot technical in nature and it's not very easy to remember if you are from outside economics background. So, it's a bit difficult to remember all this. But just have an idea. Whenever you see an option, just understand if it belongs to the securities market or not, if it has a connection with the securities market or not. Just make sure that you understand whether it is related to securities market or not. If it is related to securities market, certainly SEBI is the regulator. SEBI will be regulating that. Okay. Now, the committees formed by SEBI. These are some of the important committees of SEBI. Alternative Investment Policy Advisory Committee, Corporate Bonds and Securitization Advisory Committee, Depository System Review Committee, Primary Market Advisory Committee, Qualified Audit Report Review Committee, Risk Management Review Committee, SEBI Committee on Disclosures and Accounting Standards, Takeover Regulations Advisory Committee, Technical Advisory Committee. So, these are some of the committees, important committees formed by SEBI. So, these are some of the important committees. You need not remember the name of the committees, but as I said, when you get the term, when you hear the term, please do understand that if it is related to secondary market, definitely SEBI has a connection with that. So, this is all about SEBI, but now I'll take up the doubts. Okay, Ankit has asked me about NSE and BSE, National Stock Exchange and the Bombay Stock Exchange. Okay, I'll take it up. Then anything else? Anything else to be clarified? So, a little bit about the BSE and the NSE. BSE is Bombay Stock Exchange and NSE is National Stock Exchange. So these two are main stock exchanges that we have in India, and these are also few among the largest stock exchanges in Asia. Now first, regarding the BSE, some points. Bombay Stock Exchange is one of the oldest stock exchanges in Asia, and it was formed in 1875. And NSE, National Stock Exchange, it is India's biggest stock exchange in terms of market capitalization. So in terms of market capitalization, it is the largest in India, and it started functioning from 1992. And NSE, the National Stock Exchange, is also the first stock exchange in India to be fully converted into automated trading. That is, automated trading, complete automated trading was first introduced in NSE, National Stock Exchange. So it's about NSE and BSE. Okay, Anshu has commented, in today's class you have explained very nicely this topic, but in finance I have some doubts like IPO, venture capital, seed capital. Yes, definitely we will be covering all those topics in our finance classes. Okay, because in finance classes, especially in the special classes, we will go into the details of all this. So IPO is initial public offer. That is for the very first time a company is offering its shares to the public. That is initial public offer, which means a company is offering the shares for sale to the public for the very first time. That is IPO, initial public offer. Then venture capital and seed capital. Venture capital means the capital that is required for opening a new business, or what we call, for example, startups. So startups will be requiring fund. So what they will do, startups may not, the people who will be starting the startups, they may not be having these funds. So they will receive the funds from wealthy investors, and these investors are called venture capitalists. And angel investors are different. So we have to discuss all these concepts in one go. Angel investors, venture capitalists, seed financing or seed capital, etc. So we will cover all these in detail when we discuss these topics in finance classes, in the special classes. Okay, so don't worry, we will be discussing all these in detail, and I am soon to start the special classes also. I will let you know the timings as well. So please do attend the special classes, which will be longer sessions where we will discuss more number of concepts. Okay, so that is all. Ankit, thank you so much, and see you at 9. Yes, Ankit, I'll see you at 9. Thank you, that was very informative. Yeah, ma'am, BTech, BSc, which is best for UPSC? Anything can be done, Umesh, because UPSC does not mention any qualification. It's just that you have to be graduated. So according to your interest, you can choose. If you want to go for BTech, you can do that, or BSc. It is according to your interest. It's purely based on your interest and your which one is more accessible for you and all that. You can consider all those factors and you can do that. So anything is fine for UPSC. Anshu, thank you. You're welcome, Anshu. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you at 9 o'clock in the other channel, UPSC Current Affairs, Unacademy UPSC Current Affairs. So we'll be meeting at the other channel. Take care and bye-bye.